Hello.
Yes, yes, we can hear you all. You
Oh,
start, please.
oh. So I think you're able to view my screen as well.
Yes, yes, we can see your screen. Yes,
Oh,
it's all available.
oh. So let me give you a brief about Dextract. So Dextract is the sister company of Aryavrat Infotech. Aryavrat Infotech is registered in 2006 and has been started operating in 2010 and has got 22 years of experience in software development industry. So we are into the range of customizing business solutions as per the client requirement with the latest technology trends. The second range of this company that has been come up as product engineering, and Dextract is the product which has been designed by the company. Okay, so Dextract is a cloud-based module which is running as a subscription-based. Okay, so we have all the data which has been secured, which has been tracked. It is in the cloud, so that the reporting of the team members can be accessed from anywhere, anytime. Okay, and like what is the agenda of designing the extract? So it is simply to bringing up 100% transparency at your workplace so that you can take fact based decisions, or like I can say in other terms, you can have the data through which you can take the counter steps accordingly. You can do the analysis on the basis of the data which has been tracked. Okay, the data which is tracked by this employee monitoring tool will not, like, it's an automated tool again, and it will give the end-to-end activity insights of the module. Okay, automatically it tracks the activities and gathers the data and showcase on the extract console. Okay, so that kind of like decision making thing is like provided by Dextra. Now what has to be done to start using the software? It is like you have to register an account on Dextra. Okay, and then you have to install the agents on the employee machines so that the data can be tracked, okay, from whatever the activities they are doing. Now in my whole of the conversation I'll be using the word activity, and activity simply meaning the name of the application, the file, the name of the files which a person is opening over the machine, as well as the URLs. So these will be the three terms concluding, like compromising in the term activity. Okay, so whatever the activities a person is doing or end user is doing over the machine will be tracked and will be gathered over here to bring the data insights of the individuals. These kind of software is useful for hybrid teams where some of the people are working from home, some are from office, or people who are working in office. Okay, so these type of tools, in one line statement if I want to give, is that people who are using computers on their day to day, day to day their work management, these type of tools are useful. Okay, because it gives the day to day insights of the individual activities whatever they are doing. Now, like once you create an account of that and Extract, you will get a similar kind of dashboard to view the reporting. First of all, the same kind of dashboard can be available to the reporting managers of your company so that they can see the reportings of their team members, as well as team members can have their own web login where they can view their own reports. Okay, whatever they are doing, it can be viewed. Why we are giving these reports, what it can be done? So it is simply, we like, in nutshell if I want to give, there are two reasons to manage that. One is there are some group of people who are overloaded, who are doing the work properly, and they are being
Akash,
overloaded. So
hello.
hello, shall I continue, Mukesh?
Yeah, please continue. Please continue. I think by mistake somebody has unmuted. Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
no worries. So yes, here what we are doing with these data, what kind of analysis can be come up? So it is somewhere like people who are overloaded to the work, who are doing more work in a day, so we need to shed their workloads. Also there are people who are not doing that kind of work on the daily basis, so we need to understand why these people are not working properly, or like what measures to be taken to make them more productive or more efficient. Also the third kind of data analysis you can do is like skill gap analysis, where like skills like might be people are trying to take it in a very good way, but due to less skill or due to some kind of gaps they're not able to cover it that part. So accordingly, with these type of data insight, we can have a summarized picture where we have to focus more to make the end user more productive and efficient for the day. Okay, so that is the reason why we are using Dextract. Now Dextract is compatible with Windows, with Mac, and with Linux. Linux, it is compatible with Debian and RPM packages. Okay, so it is compatible with your RDP terminal servers and everything. So that kind of working it can be done with Dextract, so that if you're using any kind of any kind of OS or servers to people work, okay, so the application could be installed over those places and the data can be tracked. Now, let me categorize Dextract into four phases. So, first is the reporting. So, it has got a beautiful reporting system and the very user-friendly reporting system, which can be accessible to any of your managers, of your team members, and the admins to control all of your organization in the one place, and it can be easily managed from this particular login. Also, we have got the analytic mobile applications on which you can view the reporting of individuals on the daily basis. So whatever the reports you want to view, you can just simply visit that mobile application and quickly see the reporting. So that kind of reporting features we have. Then you have role-based assignments. According to the role, you can define which reports has to be used by which kind of group of people. So that also you can manage on this panel. So everywhere, like whatever the settings you want to do, you can do on the basis of those roles, and accordingly people will able to have, or people can have the right to access this panel. One thing. Secondly, now I'm talking about the data insights. So data insights, we're tracking the timesheets. Timesheet simply means how much time a person is working over the desktop machines. Whatever the activities or whatever the tracking is being done, that is done over these desktops only. If there are people are working outside of this desktop, they are in-person meetings, they are on phone calls, the Dextract agent or Dextract will not able to aware until unless like you have to feed that data, whatever they are doing outside this their machines. Okay, if you that kind of productive analysis you want to do, so there could be some kind of portals you people are using where you're feeding the day-to-day activity logs. So from there you can bring up, we can integrate these two solutions in one and can have a summarized reporting. So again, whatever the activities an individual is performing over the machine, that only Dextract can track. Whatever the activities they are doing outside of the machine, Dextract is not able to track those parts. Okay, now, attendance here in the terms it is coming from the login time and logout time. That means the very first activity they are doing over the machine will be termed as login time. The very last activity which has been done for the day will be termed as logout time. Okay, that way it is coming. Then you have your login and logout. It is the very first activity and very last activity of the day. You have total time, desktop time, and idle time. Your total time is the sum of desktop and idle time, whereas desktop time is considered as actual working time of individuals, like they are doing a number of activities to and fro over the machine, so that will be termed as the working time, or you can say considered as the desktop time. Okay, ideal time is simply the time when the user is away from the machine for more than x minutes, so that x minutes can be like defined. Okay, and by default it has been taken as 5 minutes. So if there is no activity happening over the machine for more than 5 minutes, the time is going to consider into idle hours, that is idle time. It could be the case people like put the they are away from the machines and the time has been moved to the sleep time, or the system got locked automatically due to a number of settings which you people do inside the system. Accordingly, that time also, that time will be tracked and it will be tracked into your idle time because you were away from the machine. Apart from that, there is one more major thing which has been observed by the like individuals working nature is when they are moving for the breaks, they used to shut down the PC. Okay, and in that case they like if any kind of trackers or any kind of these kind of tools are there, so they have a question, or they used to bring this statement in front, like I was working but the data has not been tracked. Dextract has given that kind of insights as well, where people are putting the PC on shutdown. We are getting that range. Yes, that from that time to that time, the PC was shut down. So that time, like if I log out my, if I shut down my PC at 11 and I went for my break and I come at 12:30. So that 1.5 hours of my day will be tracked as my application was closed, and it will be tracked again to my idle time. So what I want to say is we are keeping the logs of each and every bit of the day, where the person is leaving the machine, what he is doing for the day, everything we are able to keep as a log. The total time will be the sum of your desktop and idle time. Now, let me come to the data privacy parts, because when I'm going to show you the activity triggers, you will have the question like how my data is secure with Extract. Now, what we are bringing up is Extract is like a most secure place to store the data. Why? Because we are using the most powerful or like a secure based system, that is AWS. All of your data is stored in the AWS. No one has got the access to look into your data, what it has been tracked, until unless if you're giving any kind of counterback. So we have got a strong policies over there which has to be managed, and according to those policy, if you're able to if you're requesting us to view the data, analyze the data in a different manner, so then we got that kind of permission to view the data. The extract data, whatever it is storing, no one has got the permission to store you or to view at your data. Okay. Secondly, I would like to bring in notice, we are tracking your we do not have any kind of your high level data. High level data in the terms what actually you are doing inside that application, we are able to know because of the file name, the URL names and other stuff. But if there is an URL open, like you are doing any payment transaction, we are not logging any kind of uh, your credit card details, because we are not tracking your key logs. We are simply tracking what activities you're doing. That is, we're giving you an overview what exactly has been done inside that application. We are not looking into that part. Secondly, whatever the data has been stored with us, it is transferring with the SSL like encryption methods has been used, so that all the data which has been traveling from the end user machine to the Bigstack server to the AWS, everything is stored, everything is traveled in a very secured manner, so that no data theft can be happen. Okay. Also, whatever you're doing inside the files, your website URLs, anything, we don't have any logs over that. We are not managing that particular thing. So whatever the data which has been stored with Extract, it is a very secure, in a secured manner. Also, we don't have any logs of your high level data. Now I'm putting towards the activity logs or the detailed activity which we are tracking. So simply, if you want to see those reports, you simply click on this username and you will be able to get to these kind of reports. Now, here again, the same terminologies: login time, logout time, time at work, that is your total time, desktop and idle time is coming up. Here you have got the list of applications an individual has opened in a day, how much time that they have spent the time on these list of applications. Also, if it is a URL based application, a document based application, or application like Zoom meetings, Microsoft Teams, then you are able to get few like a detailed insight, where in a browser based application you will get the URLs that has been opened. Okay, with the time they have spent on all these URLs, you will get a logs. Now, if it is a file based application, okay, then you will able to get the file name which has been opened and the total time they have spent on that particular file name. Also, if there is any kind of applications like Microsoft Teams or like Zoom, then you will be able to get what kind of meetings has been done. In that case, you have to perform, you have to log into this application, the meeting application, a proper order. You have to manage your meetings there in a proper way. If it is managed, then it will able to give you that kind of logs. Like you will have a summarized information that these kind of meetings has been done during the day and the time they have spent. Okay, now how the time has been tracked, where like how I'm able to identify on Google Chrome, I'm spending 8 hours a day. So that has been coming from your active window tracking. There could be n number of applications running at the background. So in the similar way, there is a I'm using Zoom and my Google Chrome at the simultaneously at the same time. Now what it is happening, my time is being tracked on my Google Chrome only, because my active window is Google Chrome. I'm not in my Zoom. If like if I click here, Okay, so in that way it is coming up. Whatever the data is tracking or time is tracking, it is tracking for your actual window which is open. Whatever you have open at the background, the data is not being tracked over that part. Now there is one more report we have, that is screenshot report. That is also the part of your activity logs. If you want to see a real-time view of any of the user screen, you can simply just look into it, search for that user, and you will have a real-time view what exactly the screen is open, so that you can have a end-to-end analysis. Yes, that kind of screen has been open if you want to manage that kind of logs. So these kind of data is tracked and managed in a manner so that you can have a cumulative reports, what time has been spent on which kind of activity. Now there is a terms productive time, unproductive time, and productivity percentage. So these terms are coming from a configuration which we have to do. So there is an settings where you can list out which application is productive for which group of people. By default, we are creating a general group. So all the users which has been created on Dextract, so they will be a part of your general group. But first thing, secondly, if like you have to list which are the applications that are productive, okay, for these group of people. Now here you will get a list of applications. These are the list of applications which has been opened by your team members. That is, it is a group, it is an application list which has been opened for your group of members. Okay, it is not like the data is completely of your company only. Now you can set each application, select each application, put this application to the desired group, and like I need to put this X application. I have to put this application, I'll mark continue, I'll choose which group. So by default, only one group will be available, that is general group. If you want, you can create as many as groups, okay, and assign these groups to the users and applications so that the time is tracked into productive in that phase. Now, if I want to put this application to any of the group, I can simply select this group and I can click on add. Once I add this application, now the people who are from the marketing group, the time is going to track into productive time. So these are whitelisted application for marketing group of employees, okay, marketing group of users. Whenever they are spending time on these a number of applications, the time is going to track into productive time. Also, we have one more terminology, that is unproductive time. So unproductive time, again, it is coming from those applications which are not into the list of your whitelisted application, or you can say productive application. Also, this productive and unproductive is a part of your working time. It has no relation with your idle time. So here you can see system sleep is my application in which my time is tracked, but it is into my unproductive, it is into my idle hours. So again, it is my unproductive application, but it has no relation with my productive and unproductive time. Okay, so whatever the time, the productive time calculation is, so the list of applications which has been opened and that are into marked into your whitelisted application list, then only the time is going to track as productive time. If I want to calculate my unproductive time, so there is one range when the list of applications which are not marked into the whitelisted application list, the time is going to track into unproductive. Second thing you have is your URLs. Okay, so there could be n number of things a person is doing in the entire day, right? Now we have to put which URLs are unproductive. So simply you can set, these are some URLs like Netflix, Facebook, LinkedIn, Myntra, any kind of URLs. So you can put into this list. Now, whenever any URL is opened by the individuals, the time is going to track into unproductive hours. They can be able to open these URLs, but the time is going to track into unproductive URL, and you will get a complete log of blacklisted URLs if a person has been opened. Okay, you get that logs and you can identify. So your unproductive time is coming from the list of applications which are not categorized into whitelisted application list, and the time they're spending on blacklisted URLs. Now there is a one more terminology, that is productivity percentage. So productivity percentage is coming from your actual productive time versus expected productive time for the day. You have to define what is the expected productive time for the individuals in a day. That can be defined on the company level as well. That can be defined on the user base level as well. So you have to set, yes, 8 hours, 5 minutes, 8 hours a day has to be productive, 9 hours a day has to be productive. I need that as a benchmark. So that time, whenever they are giving on the machine, if that is coming to that range, then the time is going to track into their productivity percentage. Okay, so here productivity percentage is coming from actual productive time, that is 12 hours 39 minutes, to my expected productive time, that is somewhere 8 hours 30 minutes, into 100, giving me this productivity percentage. So these kind of data insights can be bringing up with extract to manage your 100% transparency at the workplace. Now, if at the month end you want to see the detailed analysis of individuals, what has been done, how much time they were productive, how much time they were available to do the work. So that kind of data analysis coming from here. So it is a monthly analysis report where you have to define what is the office leave, that is your official holidays you can manage here. So in the May month, let's say Saturday, Sundays and all this, there was 6 holidays. So according to that, the report insights are coming up. So you can see total number of days, working days and present days, right? So your working days and present days, it is coming from your actual working days, that is from 28 total number of days in a month has been come from your that working days. Your present days is the days where the data has been tracked by Dextrack and reports have been come to the Dextrack panel. From there, this present day is coming. So if someone is working on Saturdays, Sundays, that agent is kept on tracking every time. So you can simply see if the data has been reported, it will come into your present days count and it will manage it. Now you have the terminologies like availability percentage. So your availability is coming from your actual present days versus your working days. Your then you so because your present days were 24 and working days were 22, so that from there this availability is coming from. Now your office productivity has been come. So your office productivity is coming from your actual productive time of your present days versus expected productive time of your working days. So your office productivity in whole, it is coming as here. So that way we are managing the productivity insights of individuals in the monthly manner. Okay, so these were the data insights which were coming. Now there could be like privacy, users are using their own machines to manage the data, to manage the day-to-day working. So we have given one more feature here where you can allow the users to put this application as logout. Okay, it is in the tagger module. There are two variants we have. One is the stealth variant, another one is a tagger variant. If it is a tagger variant, you can give them the permission to manage this logout. So once they stop working, they can simply click on this logout application, so that the data has not been tracked. If they're using the PCs on Saturday, Sunday for their personal purpose, or like after the working hours, they can simply click this logout option and the data will stop tracking. So while creating the account, you have to choose which plan you want to go with, whether stealth or whether tagger. If you're using tagger, then you will get these kind of functionalities to the users. Again, these are the functionalities which will be coming up in the range as it is not by default feature. You have to give them as a permission. It is a customizable settings that has to be done by the end user, that has to be done by the company admin for the end users. Simply, if you want, like I want my personal time, I can simply pause this application as well. So once I stop this application, once I pause this application, my data for that particular range will stop tracking. And again, if I want to track after 15 minutes or like 5 minutes or a 1 minute, I can simply click here as my resume. I'll get my data tracking started again. I'll get that range when the application was paused, okay, into my ideal time, like 10:15 to 10:15 to 10:30. I make my application pause. So my data will track, okay, into my ideal time, because I have got that range when the application was paused, and it will come into my ideal time. So that I can give the visibility. Yes, this user has taken the personal time, that is his me time, he require for some work, and simply it is coming into the pause time, and we are able to understand, yes, this kind of me times has been required by individuals in their day-to-day working hours. So that kind of data insights is coming. Now if you want your individual, like here what it is, sometime it happens like I went on call but my PC was on, then in that case I can simply convert my meeting time, like my ideal time, to my meeting time. I can write up here like I was on some team discussions or client meetings. I can write anything and I can manage into my task list, so that if I'm going away and if I went on my phone call, my PC is on. Again, I'm saying my PC is on. It is not into my sleep mode or something like that. My PC was on. That's why I was able to get this range. That yes, this kind of I was into idle, and I can define yes, my PC was idle due to this n number of reasons. So again, this feature is also coming into the tagger module. If someone has made the PC on the sleep mode or log or shutdown, in that case, I'll not get that entry because the PC was on sleep. Okay, PC is in the idle state where we are not able to track those events. So if a PC is on, then only these events will be tracked, and you can convert this time into your meeting time, or you can say a working time. If someone is converting their meeting time, then also we have got a different reporting, that is in-out meeting report. Here, like someone who has converted their meeting time, you can simply see, yes, this kind of X hours has been converted to meeting time and it has been added to the productive time. So someday I've converted my 15 minutes of my ideal time to my meeting time. It is coming into, it is showing in that way. So it is trying to bringing 100% transparency for the data which has been tracked. So like if you quickly want to see who is the top 10 productive members of my company, I can simply go to my company productivity report and get my sorry, it is a different report here. So quickly for a day, I want to see who is my top 10 productive people. I can simply went into my list and get into this kind of range. If I want to see who is the 10 least productive, I can simply see bottom 10 productive here. And if I want to see individuals back-to-back logs, what was the day he was more productive for the entire month, I can simply select the data and I can select the username, I can get these kind of logs. If I want to see what is the login logout pattern of individuals for the day, so I can simply see in out report and there is a login logout patterns, and you can view the reportings, like what is the actual time person start the day and what is the time when he is leaving for the day. So you can get an average login and logout time of individual to understand, yes, this is the working behavior of the individual after behind this attendance also. So that kind of logs you can bring up. Then you have there are several reports on the base of the data, but I will just give you a focus over the two important reports. So there is one report named as URL detail report. Shortly, we are changing the name as activity logs because it will be giving you the day-to-day logs. Whatever has been done, the day-to-day activities has been done the entire day. It is going to bring you that kind of log. So the name will be the activity logs, and you can see which kind of activity has been done and for how much time that activity has been performed. Also, if a user is spending time on, like if you want to know what kind of application has been open, what are those productive applications they have open, and the time they are total time they have spent on those productive applications. So again, these report application logs can give you that kind of logs, and you also with this log you can also understand the number of time that application has been opened by the individuals. So there is a complete report. So it is top 5 applications here which a person has been open all of a company. It is giving that logs. And if I want to see individual wise what is the main application has been open, you can see that log. If I'm giving it the log of last 7 days, so it will give me all the application list and the time, the number of time I've opened that application. So these kind of logs can be bring up with extract. So I think I am done for it. Everything I have explained to you. If any questions are coming up, you can definitely let me know, or you can put up on a chat. I can reply one by one to all the. So there is one message coming from Ranjit, sorry. So it is like you are saying, it is also support AutoCAD or designing software track. Yes, it supports. It will be able to give you the application name, the time they're spending on that application name, also the files they're opening. So there could be some kind of settings need to be done, because we have tried to cover all the major applications to get those logs, but there could be every day there are new applications coming and people are using. So if there is anything need to be done, we can do. But yes, any customization need to be done, we can manage those one. But yes, these applications can track AutoCAD. Can be integrated with our payroll system. Yes, definitely you can do the integrations with this application, and we can expose the data in the form of APIs, and you can integrate with your HRMS, your payroll, your leave management system, or any kind of any kind of third-party tools which your people are using for the day-to-day management. We can expose the data Also, if you want the data coming from other tools to this particular platform, we can do that. But people more and less, they want the data to be exposed from this tool to other third-party tools. Any other questions?
Any other questions? If anybody has any questions, please ask your questions, or maybe you can get in touch with us later on. If anybody wants to ask, they can unmute and ask questions, please.
Is it a single user license or a multi-user license?
Single user license and multi-user license in terms, can you explain?
So if I have two machines, I have this setup. Will I be billed for one login or logins for two different machines or two separate logins? How does login and pricing happen?
Okay, I understand. Let me please correct me if I get it wrong. So you mean to say Juhi is a one user and she is operating two machines in a day, more than two, right?
Correct.
So in that case, what you can do is like you can simply install these applications on the two of the machines and log in this application so the data can track. So it is multi-user.
Okay, so I have my remote server with Mukesh with BTrack, right?
Okay.
Now, on that remote server, I have 3 employees accounts. They have separate logins. So I guess license will be set up on that remote server, which will be a one user license that I can remotely log in to see these reports from my machine. Is that right understanding or wrong?
So you let me correct what I have understood. So you have got 3 logins on remote desktop server. Okay, people are working over there. They log into their machine and they start working over there, right? So what we will do, we will install this application to the RTS, the remote server, and there, whenever people are working, they can track the data. And I think, Mukesh sir, we have already designed these kind of.
Yes, we have done it. But the licensing part, if I talk about, it will be 3 licenses because this is a user-based license, user login-based license. So when there are 3 users, it will be 3 different licenses. I think I'm right, Juhi?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it is installed on one server.
Yes, it is installed on one server, but since the logins are different, it will be different licenses. Because it will be capturing only one user at a time. So whichever user we install it with, it will be capturing that particular user's data. When we install it in second user, it will be capturing data for the second user. So it will be user-wise.
So I have 3 people. They log in at 9 in the morning and they log out at 7 in the evening, hypothetically 9 to 7,
right.
simultaneously.
Right.
Okay, and they are logging into the same server, but 3 separate login IDs because they are 3 separate employees.
Yes.
Now the license of monitoring tool will be installed on that server and it will be configured to track the activities of the folders associated with 3 logins. So it's a single license, isn't it?
No. It will be associated with every user. So whenever we install it, it will be associated with a particular user. So it will be, so in that case, suppose it is 3 user, in case there are 100 users.
Right.
So it cannot be managed that way. So it will be user based.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay. So that was one. So the pricing will be number of users we are monitoring.
Yes, number of users. So it will be user based. Suppose the cost is say 300 rupees. So if there are 3 users, it will be 900.
900
a month.
And does it get constrained after a set of users? So does it?
No.
Okay. So I can have even 100 employees.
No. We have customers. We have customers who are using more than 100 users also. So there is no limit to it. I think I'm right, Julie. There is no limit to the users. So there is no limit to the users as far as.
Juhi is on mute.
She's on mute.
Yeah. Yes, please tell me. Sorry,
so I think there is no limit to the number of users. You can have 100,000, any number of users we can have.
Yes, we can add. You can add as many as users. There is no limit. Only the licensing will be done on the basis of users. Also, if you're adding users as a manager and you don't want to track that, okay, and you just simply the managers will be seeing the reports of individuals, then also the licensing will be added because they are viewing the reports. Okay.
Now, couple of more questions. One, I access the server through a mapped drive on my machine rather than through a remote login. Will I get monitored properly or no?
You will get monitoring properly. So because this is a different scenario altogether, so we'll set up a demo if required, and we can get this checked separately.
Okay.
Because this is a different situation altogether.
Yeah. The other one is,
Yes, please.
are there different versions of the monitoring tool, or there is one
There are
version
different-
with a set of features?
There are different versions, because
Yeah.
some of the versions are consisting of some screenshots also. Can you please explain, Juhi, what are
Yeah,
the different
definitely.
versions here?
Yeah, so as I start in the, like I explained,